How badly do you want it? Age is not a limitation. More than 2 or 3 or 4 times number of failures is not the end of the road. Don't accept the status quo and say, oh, this is where life has brought me. Let your adversities energize you. Let those rejections, let those criticisms give you more energy. Because how badly you want it will determine the level of sacrifice you will be willing to make and will determine how far you are. Don't quit until you win. And don't forget again. Don't quit until you win, because it is possible. Hello, welcome to another episode of Nina's show on motivational personalities, captioned "Don't Quit Until You Win." Previously, we talked about Abraham Lincoln and how he overcame all the adversities of his life until finally he got his victorious, happy ending. And on today's episode, we will be looking at another great motivational personality, Dr. Nelson Mandela. Don't go away, you won't want to miss this. We will be right back. Don't touch the dial. Welcome back. Oh, I'm excited to talk about this. Dr. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary political leader and a philanthropist who served as president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the first black South African president and first to be elected in a fully representative democratic election. Amazing. Let's see how he earned it. Growing up around the royalty, he heard elder stories of his ancestors' values during the War of Resistance, and he made up his mind at a very young age of about 12 that he was going to be a part of that salvation struggle, to do his bit and make his own contributions. A dream conceived, though it was going to be a tough one. But you see, he had conceived the dream and he set his eyes on the ball and never took away his eyes from the ball. So growing up and in the process of the pursuit of the salvation of his country from racial classification, discrimination, segregation system called apartheid, Nelson Mandela met with strong afflictions, adversities, challenges, losses, troubles, charges, imprisonment every now and then. In fact, it was so intense that at the time, he narrowly escaped the gallows, him and his friends. But oh well, finally, he was pinned down to a long 27 years imprisonment. But here is the amazing part. In that dark hellhole of incarceration, Nelson Mandela didn't lose his cool, he didn't lose his enthusiasm, he didn't give up, he didn't give in. Despite the troubles, the challenges, the sufferings, the torture, the loneliness, the denials, the afflictions, and all that, he maintained his cool, preparing himself, self-educating himself, hoping that there was going to be a one day. Well, he wrote letters, organized meetings, gave directives at every little chance he got. Remember, Dr. Nelson Mandela was not allowed visitors while in that home. But any chance he got, he took advantage of it. If he was even allowed visitors, it was maybe once in 6 months, once in a year, but never at the close consecutive times. But oh well, when the pressure mounted on government, he was offered, to drop his course in exchange for his freedom. But he didn't budge. He maintained his cool and insisted on his course, choosing to die in his course than live defeated. And that provoked a thought. How badly do you want it? How badly do you want to achieve that dream? How badly do you want to get there? How badly do you want to do that thing you have conceived in your heart to do? Because how badly you want it will determine the level of sacrifice you will be willing to make and will determine how far you are going to go. So Nelson Mandela refused to compromise his course in the face of adverse punishment and afflictions. Amazing. Hoping and waiting for his one day. So his one day finally came and the universe made a way for him and he gained his freedom in February 1990. He was elected president and the first black president of his country, and his performance was remarkable. But bottom line, he lived his dream and built a new, beautiful, peaceable, peaceful, multiracial, cohabitable South Africa. Dream come true. But not without giants, not without adversities. We'll take a break right now. When we come back, we'll look at the lessons to be learned from this story to apply it in our own space and in our own lives. Don't go away. Welcome back. Now the lessons to be learned from Dr. Olilala's story. You see, it always seems hard until it's done. So always see your positive end and not the negative beginning. And again, if you don't compromise your course, if you don't give in the face of trials, of troubles, you will surely win. I guarantee you that. And finally, don't quit because there is an adversary. There will always be giants, there will always be resistance, there will always be all that fight. Just keep picking yourself up and again. Stand, don't give up. And at the end of the day, you will be crowned. Alright, this is where we draw up the curtain for today's show. For feedback and sponsorship, you can reach us with the numbers rolling on the screen. And don't forget, don't quit until you win, because it is possible. See you next time. Bye.